how to stop wanting to control the behavior of your man, either the guy that you're dating, the guy that you are, being with, or your husband. When this urge comes up to want to control another human being, usually looks like this. And it's like a story from me. Yeah. I would start feeling uncomfortable, rejected, abandoned, or whatever negative feeling. And then I would think, he has to buy me now flowers because otherwise I feel like he doesn't respect me. He now has to text me every day whenever I want this because otherwise I would feel not loved and ignored. And I would be thinking, he has to pay for everything that I need. Otherwise I would feel like I'm not valued, I'm not worthy. Yeah. Note on the side, I'm not against men paying or men bring you flowers and men texting you. It's actually something that I teach women in my one-on-one coaching, especially to inspire men to do, like high effort. But the problem here is that, notice the pattern when we want to control someone is that we feel bad, and that's why we want to change the other person's behavior so that we feel good again. And the other person usually doesn't feel good in this, participating in this scenario, and you will not feel good either. You will just feel good in a moment. And this really creates an emotional codependency, because when he does what you desire, he brings you the flower, yeah, you will feel good. And if he doesn't, you will feel horrible. If he texts you, will feel so good. And if he doesn't text you for one day, you will feel so horrible. So you see the emotional dependency on the other person. Yeah. And wanting to control another person's behavior comes from an internal lack of emotional intelligence. And I was like this too for most of my life. Okay, so I understand, because we are not taught in the Western school system to deal with our emotions. We are just not. So when you're lucky, you had parents who taught you, and when you're not lucky, you don't know how to do this either, just like me. And then the urge to control comes up. And only in one-on-one coaching is where I learned this embodied emotional intelligence, where I can feel good no matter what. It doesn't mean that I will accept bad behavior, but I can feel good from inside. Okay, and also for you, when you want to stop this pattern, it will take deep transformational work of one-on-one coaching, of we might do some inner child healing. The things that happen in your childhood deeply affect your relationship with your partner, or even your dating scenario. So there are many things that we deeply have to go through, and that is beyond any program. So that's why for this topic I can't create and offer you a program, because if you have this urge to control someone, to control someone's behavior, it's coming from a negative feeling, and this negative feeling can be solved within you. Okay, and let me share with you now how I would deal with a situation where I'm, not happy about it, but in a more healthy way. Okay, so let's say that I don't get flowers for my fiance. So I wouldn't want to kind of like change and control him to buy me flowers now, because I know that the feeling is within me. So I would go inwards first. And I would literally listen to my own feelings and let it out and heal it, so that I can feel loved within me first, with or without his flowers. So, I no longer take anything personal. I no longer am dependent emotionally. And yet I get to have those flowers. And then I would use, my communication tools that I actually have a course for, which is how to talk to a millionaire, to share that, that I really desire flowers. And if you have the polarity with a guy, he will do that. Like, he will give you the word. So that's not a big thing. But healthy men, healthy millionaires, providers, they want an emotionally stable woman. They don't need you to be financially stable. They don't need you to be, I don't know, having super success at other parts. Like, I know that most of my clients actually have a lot of career success, but the number one thing that they need from you is emotional stability. Yeah, emotional stability, so that they can feel safe around you. You know how when you are around a person that is emotionally unstable, that always tries to control you, like, I grew up with family members like that, where you have to do this perfectly, otherwise they feel bad and start screaming or start criticizing. You feel like you need to walk on eggshells, and it just doesn't feel safe. And a man needs to feel safe around you, and he will only feel safe when you are emotionally stable, when you don't take things personally. And again, this does not mean that you have to accept bad behavior. Yeah. And the way to set boundaries is another point that helps you not accept bad behavior, but that goes beyond this recording here. Anyway, so basically what I wanted to share with you, when you catch yourself wanting to control another person, it's usually coming from a negative emotion where you feel bad, you feel hurt, right? And then we want to go to the source. He made me feel bad, so he has to change to feel that I feel better. You could there, and 99.9%, he will not change. He will not. But you know what? You have the power to feel good within you, no matter what the outside circumstance is doing. And I know that for some of you, it might be like, I don't think so. I just feel bad and it's because of him, and it's just what it is. So I know that you could feel like this, because I didn't even realize that I have the power to feel good no matter what, right? Like, until I was working on myself with the best coaches in the world, I didn't know that I even can do this. Like, I thought I'm a victim of other people's behavior and they have to change so that I feel good again. But that was just not a healthy polarity, not a healthy relationship, okay? So again, for you, sake of happiness, and for you to be able to attract a healthy man, you have to learn the emotional mastery skills. You have to become emotionally stable to be able to give yourself the love that you crave so badly, and feel grounded like a tree. No matter what storm is outside, you feel grounded, you feel good, you feel love. And then from this empowered space, from this empowered, loving space, then you get to attract a reciprocal who is equally loving, right? Sometimes I see coaches saying, yeah, love yourself, and then it doesn't matter what the guy does. No, it matters. Like, you do deserve high effort treatment, you deserve providing, you deserve everything. But it should not come from the space of, I feel horrible without you, you go here and rescue me. No, you get to feel good within, and then just attract a reciprocal. Okay, that adds to your already beautiful life. And this is making you so magnetic to millionaires, because they want to be with a healthy, emotionally stable woman that they can feel safe and relaxed around. Okay, and you have the awareness now, and I know how hard the embodiment of emotional mastery is. You might be reading books, you might be even taking some courses, but the fastest embodiment is in one-on-one coaching and even mentorship. Yeah, in coaching, I actually offer both. In coaching, you will learn the skills to manage your emotions, and then once you kind of master that, you can move to mentorship with me, where it's like you really embody the level of emotional intelligence that I have. You really embody the groundiness, the intuition. Okay. So if you want to feel good from within and having no need to control the outside world, but just feeling good, and then instead of like ignoring what the others are doing, just expecting high effort treatment, this reality can happen for you really, really quickly, but it will need one-on-one coaching. Okay, one-on-one coaching. And if you're interested for it, if you're ready for it, then just send me a DM. And I just want to add one quote that I have received, and I will never forget this, from my oldest client. Actually, like she was my oldest client. She's 69 right now, and we primarily worked with her about emotional intelligence. So at the end, she got engaged to a multimillionaire too. Yes, she was super dating and everything. So she went through all of that you are going through. But she said that I wish I have been coached by you before, like decades before. And obviously that's not possible because I wasn't trained back then. But I realized, yes, you can do this work now or you can do this work later. And I realized how blessed I am to have done this work in my 20s. Like I realized how blessed I am. And I realized that it's never too late. You know, my client that was 69, she still transformed within a few months. And now it's like the first time she said enjoying feeling loved, right? No longer needing to control someone else to give her love, but she suddenly, the first time in her life, within herself feels love. And you notice it's never too late. But if you're in your 40s, if you're in your 30s, do it now. Not only to attract a millionaire, that's gonna come too, but also for you to be able to create healthy relationships within yourself and with the man. Because the truth is, the relationship with a man is a reflection of the relationship that you have with yourself. Okay. It's a really deep talk today here. And yeah, so if you're interested in transforming deeply, then DM me for one-on-one coaching support. And I'm going to be so honored to help you on your journey.